children, objectives of next chapter, chapter 9, some applications of trigonometry. Yeah, they will rarely ask an objective question from this chapter. होगा तो भी एक ही होगा, जाना है. Okay, चलिए. Or we might not have any objective question from this chapter, but we have to be always prepared, even if there is one question in the paper. Okay. Only two things you should know very well. Number one, what is angle of elevation and what is angle of depression. Are you familiar? आपको अच्छी तरह पता है ना, वो explain किया है. Alright. See, say suppose the eye is located here. तो eye से horizontal line imagine कर लो. Your object is here. Object is in the upper half plane of this horizontal plane, the horizontal line. Then you will have two rays forming an angle. This theta is angle of elevation. That is angle of elevation. Right. But if the object lies below this horizontal plane, yeah, horizontal line, suppose somewhere here is the object. So from your eye, this is your eye. From your eye, there will be one ray. इसको ray of vision कहते हैं. And this is horizontal ray in that horizontal plane. इसको बोलते हैं alpha. That is called angle of depression. So if object is lying below the horizontal plane in which eye exists, then it will be angle of depression. And if object is lying in the upper half plane of that plane, okay, in which eye is lying, then you will have angle of elevation. So having known what is angle of elevation and angle of depression, that is what all we need here, correct? Let's see some objective questions now. Here are two questions. After reading the statement, you have to represent that verbal statement in pictorial form. उसका एक डायग्राम ड्रॉ करना होगा और वो डायग्राम परफेक्ट होना चाहिए. Is that clear? So let's see. The height of a tower is 10 meter. Tower, one vertical line segment draw करेंगे. And a tower stands on the ground, on the earth surface. So this horizontal line, I'll draw a line because it extends. Earth surface, vertical line segment. Let's say AB, which stands erect, represents tower, and the height of this tower is 10 meters. So I'll write that as well, 10 meters. What is the length of the shadow when sun's altitude is 45 degree? Children, ये जो टावर है, sun ये बाजू है, समझो. The sun is this side. So ये टावर का shadow यहाँ गिरेगा. Let's say this is the shadow. Shadow यहाँ तक है. C. तो ये and ये A and sun. They are going to be in a straight line. And this is the angle of elevation of sun, which is how much? 45 degree. What will be the length of the shadow? What represents the length of the shadow here? BC. This BC represents the length of the shadow. Let's say that length of the shadow is L. The length of the shadow is L. Alright? Okay. See children, I told you, you have to draw the diagram correctly and you should be very familiar with what is represented by it. Find what is the length of the shadow. ये vertical standing red line segment is the tower, and this green segment, that is the shadow. Shadow falls on the land, earth surface. So BC represents length of the shadow, and AB represents height of the tower. आपको ये ढूंढना है. With respect to this angle, this is opposite side. This is adjacent. इसके बारे में कुछ hypotenuse जरूरत नहीं. What is opposite upon adjacent? So you take that 1045 is opposite side AB upon adjacent side BC. 1045 is 1. AB is 10 and BC is L. Cross multiplication. L is equal to 10. जितनी हाइट है उतनी ही लेंथ होगी because the angle of elevation is 45. Is that clear? दूसरा था ना? Okay, the next one here. It is twisting. Exactly ulta of what we have seen in the first case. The ratio of length of rod. Instead of tower, there is a rod. Okay, khamba. And its shadow is 1:root. The angle of elevation of the sun is dash. I'm going to draw the same diagram. But instead of tower, I'll be writing rod. This AB is nothing but rod. Alright? And here is your sun or ye C. Alright? This angle we don't know. Theta. But the ratio of length of the rod, that is AB, is to shadow, that is BC, is 1:3. i.e. AB upon BC is equal to 1 upon. With respect to theta, AB is and BC is. Then what is opposite upon adjacent? Yes. So this is going to be tan theta, and that is 1 upon √3. Very good. Tan 30. Both are 10 and they are equal. So angle has to be equal. So that theta is equal to 30. दोनों एंगल इक्वल होगा तभी tan इक्वल टू tan होगा. So in this case the theta is 30. Okay. So moving ahead. Next, from a point on the ground 20 meters away from the foot of a vertical tower. So once again there is a tower. This is tower. Let's say AB. And from a point on the ground, let's say this point C is on the ground. And how far is this point from the foot of the tower? 20 meters. The angle of elevation of the top of the tower is this. Now this angle of elevation is 60 degrees. What is the height of the tower? You cannot get question as simple as this. Height of the tower is what? AB. Let me call it H. So this is what we are supposed to find opposite side or adjacent side available. So again, tan of 60 is opposite side H upon adjacent side 20. Tan 60 is √3. Okay, ये 20 ऊपर चला गया, multiply by 20 is equal to H. So H is equal to 20 √3. Okay, so what is the height of the tower? 20. And if option is given, so 20 multiplied by sometimes 1.73. So 173 upon 100. 1.7. 0 cancel. So 246 upon 10. So that will be 24.6. 24.6. Is that clear? Okay. Let's see the next one. Children, it is similar to one that we have just solved before this. Okay. Now what's the statement? If the height of a vertical pole is √3 times the length of its shadow on the ground, the shadow on the ground, then the angle of elevation of the sun is dash. Children, once again you have the earth surface, you have this time pole. Alright, rod बोला था, इस बार pole है AB और यहाँ अपना sun है ये. This is angle of elevation of the sun. Alright, this is what? Length of the pole. And this is what? Length of the, यहाँ shadow है और यहाँ pole है. If the height of vertical pole, that is AB, height of vertical pole, that is AB, is means equal to √3 times what? The length of the shadow. And what is the length of the shadow? BC. Very good. So AB upon BC is equal to root 3. BC ये बात तो लेकर आए. Now AB is what? Opposite side. BC is what? Adjacent side. What is opposite upon adjacent? So this AB upon BC is tan of angle theta. That is root 3. Therefore tan theta is tan 60. Tan and equal. So angles also have to be equal. So theta is equal to 60 degrees this time. I hope you have understood. The next one, much easy, very easy, but if you know the result. Let's see. If the angles of elevation of a top of a tower from 2 points, 4 meter and 9 meter from the base of the tower are in a same straight, those 2 points are in a straight line. Base, point 1 and point 2. They are in the same straight lines. With it, in a same straight line with it, means foot of the tower, are complementary. What are complementary? The angles of elevation. 2 points से आपको top of the tower देख रहे तो 2 angle of elevation मिलेगा. और find the height of the tower. Let's represent in the figure. This is tower AB, and there are 2 points. One point is C. How far is C? 4 meters from the base of the tower. And in the same straight line, you have another point. How far is D? 9 meters from the foot of the tower, from the base of the tower, from the foot of the tower. Is that clear? So you got 2 angles of elevation. This is angle of elevation, theta. And this angle of elevation is very good. 90 minus theta. 90 minus theta. Then what is the height of the tower? Children, if this distance is A and this distance is B, to prove a height of the tower is square root of A. ये आपको याद रखना है. मैं प्रूफ करके दिखाता हूँ. Alright? चलिए. 4 और 9 को भूल जाओ. BC is what? A. And BD is what? B. चलिए. So ये ट्राइंगल में इन ट्राइंगल ABC थीटा है. So बोलिए tan theta opposite side, that is AB, upon adjacent side, that is BC. So tan theta is H upon A. Result 1, H upon A. अच्छा. Next triangle is ABD. Very good. In triangle ABD, the angle is 90 minus theta. उसके सामने वाली side tan of 90 minus theta. Opposite side AB upon adjacent side BD. Now tan 90 minus theta is cot theta. BD, sorry, it's BD, yes. Now AB is how much? H. And BD, B. So this is result number. यहाँ से थोड़ा सा दिमाग दौड़ा रहा है. Tan theta and cot theta, they are reciprocal of each other. So I am going to multiply left hand side equal to right hand side. So 1 multiplied by 2. पहला equation. Follow using Euclid's property. Tan theta into cot theta is equal to H upon A into tan theta into cot theta. This is H square upon. So AB is equal to H square. I.e. H square is equal to A. So if you take square root gone. Therefore H is equal to root A. So you will have to remember this. When ये condition, when the angles are complementary, when you get that word, if these 2 angles are complementary, then the height of the tower is square root of product of those 2 distances. बोलिए, height of the tower is square root of. What is the first distance? 4. What is the next distance? 9. So that is square root of 36, and that is 6. So the height of the tower is 6. Sometimes the paper setter can twist. Instead of saying 4 meter, okay, first one is 4 meter, and the second one is 4 plus what? 5 meter. Second point is 5 meter from the first point. Are you getting me? तो आपको तो BC और BD चाहिए. So BC is 4 and the BD will be 4 plus 5. એટલે 9 directly नहीं આપેલું હોય. કાઢી રાખજો. All right? Clear? Fine. So here is the next one, children. Simple. A ladder makes an angle 60 with the ground. And of course, where should the ladder rest? On the wall. A ladder makes an, of course, तो कोई जार हो तो जार पे भी रख सकते हैं, लेकिन आगे यहाँ पर दिया है. A ladder makes an angle of 60 degree with the ground when placed against a wall. So ये अपना earth surface या फ्लोर रूम का, ये दीवार वॉल है ना, और ये ladder. This is ladder. Be careful. All right. The ladder makes an angle of 60 degree with what? So ये ladder है और ये ground है. ये ground है. So this angle is 60 degree. If the foot of the ladder, let's say A, B, C, and C. Which is the foot of the ladder? C. C represents the foot of the ladder. If foot of the ladder is 2 meters away from the wall, the wall represents the foot, its foot is represented by B. So this is BC is 2. What is the length of the ladder? Hey children, इस बार ये पूछा गया है. With respect to theta, that is यहाँ opposite side है ही नहीं, और ये adjacent, इसका काम ही नहीं है. We don't have to find the height of the wall. We have to find the length of the ladder. बोलो, adjacent upon hypotenuse. Cos. So cos 60. Cos 60 degree is adjacent side, that is BC, upon hypotenuse, that is AC. Cos 30 is 3 by 2, so cos 60 is half. BC 2 और AC उसको L बोल दिया, length of the ladder. L. Cross multiplication. L is equal to 2 into 2. So the length of the ladder is 4 meter. So it will be 4 meter. Length of the ladder will be 4 meter. Okay. Okay. The last one. Okay, we'll keep this video short. इसमें से hope any one question is from here. थोड़ा मेहनत करना पड़ेगा. 2 poles are a meters apart. बस ये फिगर हो गया, right? Earth surface. एक वर्टिकल सेगमेंट, दूसरा वर्टिकल सेगमेंट, दोनों के बीच डिस्टेंस कितना? Alright, वो मैं कर देता हूँ. This is base of the first pole. This is base of the second pole. And this distance is 8 meters. लेकिन आगे क्या है? And the height of one is double of the other. मतलब एक जो भी लेंथ हो, इसकी लेंथ इतनी है, तो इसकी लेंथ उससे डबल. इसको हम h कहेंगे, तो ये होगा AC और ये B. Both spans vertical. If the height of one is double the other, इसकी h, तो इसकी 2h. If from the middle point of the line segment joining the foot of the first pole is A, foot of the second pole is B, and the line segment joining the feet is line segment A. From the middle, मतलब M, midpoint, from the middle point, from the angles of elevation of their tops are found to be complementary. इसको मैं कह दूं थीटा, तो इसका टॉप होगा -θ. All right, okay. Then find the height of the small pole. Of the height of the small pole is h. हमने बता दिया height of small pole is what? H. So I have to find h. I have to find h. अब ये triangle, ये first वाला triangle, tan theta, opposite side, AC upon AM. So tan theta is equal to AC H upon AM is nothing. So A launch. Half of AB हो सकता है, half of AB, because this point is midpoint. या मैंने X कह दिया, but better half of A. ये पूरा A है, तो this will be A by 2. This also would be A by 2. AM equal to MB equal to half of AB. Okay, चलिए, so I'll write that upon. So I'm writing divide by A by 2. So tan theta is equal to H into 2 upon A. So tan theta is equal to 2H upon A. Result number 1. Alright? अब ये triangle. Tan of 90 minus theta, opposite side. That is BD. Yeah, BD upon adjacent side. MD here. Tan of 90 minus theta is 40. BD you can see 2H divided by MD is A by 2. Okay, so that is 2H multiplied by 2 upon A. So 4H upon A is called result number. Same idea जो हमने previously use किया था, cot और tan. So by 1 and 2 it follows that tan theta into cot theta. Right hand side 2H upon A into 4H upon A. So 1 is equal to, this is 8H square upon A square. Correct? हमें H को subject to the formula बनाना है. So A square ऊपर चला गया, 8 नीचे. That is equal to H square. I want H, not H square. So taking square root on both sides. ये square root निकल गया. So that is 8. और ये 8 का 2 4s are 2 2s are 2 1s are. So 2 or root 2. That is H. So that is A upon 2 root 2. I hope you have understood and had a good session. All the best for this chapter. Bye bye.